chances are you've had pumpkin pie at least once in your life before. So I'm here to spice up your life with an ube pie. And instead of making a big old ube pie, we're gonna be making small ube tarts. They're just as good, or dare I say, even better than pumpkin pie. Welcome back to Jeanelleats, where you can taste the flavors of the world in your kitchen. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell next to it so that you can get alerted of the delectable treats that I whip up in this kitchen every week. And hit that like button if you want more ube in the world. Okay, we're gonna start by making a sweet pie crust. So it's very simple to make, but you just gotta know what to watch out for. In a food processor, or by hand, dump in 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Then 1/4 cup of sifted powdered sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon. Blend this up until it's fully mixed. Then we're gonna add 1/2 cup plus 1 tablespoon of cubed butter. This butter should be cold so that your pies are flaky. Pulse this until all the butter has integrated into the dry ingredients. It should feel crumbly and there shouldn't be any big chunks of butter. So if you're doing this by hand, press the butter between your fingers like this. It does take a while, but you'll get there eventually. Finally, whisk up an egg and then we're gonna dump it in here. Okay, you're gonna pulse this just until the egg is integrated into the mix. You do not want to overwork this dough. So to see if you need more water in this dough, take some of the dough between your hands and then press it. So if it clumps together like this, it's ready. If not, then you're gonna wanna add 1 teaspoon of cold water at a time until you get there. Now lay out some plastic wrap on a baking sheet so that we can roll out this dough. Dump this all out and then gently press it together. Don't be mixing it all crazy with your hands because you really don't want to overwork this dough. Just gently press. Once you've got the dough in one bunch like this, flatten it out with your rolling pin. We're going to be flattening it out some more later. Now cover the top of the dough with plastic wrap and then we're going to stick this in the fridge for about 2 hours. I know, it takes a while, but it's so worth it for that flaky pie crust. And hey, to fill this time up, we have to make the ube pie filling anyway. So to make this filling, it's way easier to use a blender so that you can get smooth filling. So in this blender, dump in about 2 cups or 15 ounces of steamed ube without the skin. Okay, so it's really tough to find real ube where I am, so an alternative is to use purple sweet potato, which you can find at a bunch of Asian grocery stores. Sometimes they call it ube, but it's not ube. It's usually purple sweet potato. So anyway, I steamed these guys for about 25 to 30 minutes or until it was soft when I poked it with a fork. And then I peeled off all the skin. So after you put all that in the blender, we're gonna override it with 1 teaspoon of ube extract so that we can get that ube flavor in there. Next, dump in a whole 13.5 ounce can of full fat coconut milk, 1/2 cup of sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon salt. Okay, now we're literally gonna spice it up. So we're gonna add 1 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 3/4 teaspoon ground ginger, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves. So this is a basic pumpkin spice blend. So when you order anything that's pumpkin spice flavored, it's really just the flavor of these spices blended together. Finally, crack in 2 eggs and then blend this all up until it's smooth. You may want to open this up, scrape the sides a bit, and then blend it up until it's smooth again. Awesome, now that's done. Stick that in the fridge and then we're gonna wait for our dough to finish chilling. Well, since we're chilling, I wanted to let you know about my bread cookbook so that you can bake even more stuff after you're done baking these ube tarts. So it's got 15 exclusive recipes that I created in this kitchen, and you can grab a copy of it if you want one in the description below. Look at the time, our dough is ready. Oh, but before we take it out, grab your pie tins and grease them with oil or butter. So I'm using these 3 3/4 inch pie tins, but you can use whatever you've got. Okay, now let's take the dough out of the fridge. Now you wanna work fast here so that your dough doesn't warm up too much. We're gonna roll this out, and I'm using these 1/4 inch rolling pin guides so that I can roll out the crust evenly. You don't have to get floofy with it, just do your best. Once you're done, we're gonna take one of the pie tins and cut out circles of dough. So these will be our tart crusts. Take one of these dough cutouts and then press it into your tins. I like to flatten the bottom of the tin first, which pushes out the dough to the edges, and then I make sure to press the dough into the corners. If this cracks, it's okay, just press it back together. It's like Play-Doh. And then we're gonna repeat this for the rest of the tins. So as you're finishing each tin, you can stick them in the freezer right after you're done with it so that it can stay cold. So for the rest of the scraps, you can actually make at least 6 more tart crusts out of this. Or you can cut out fun shapes and put it on top of our tarts, which is what I'm gonna do. So I just grabbed random stencils and things I could find around the house to cut out these designs. Get creative with it if you want, or just don't do it. It's your choice. So once that's done, stick these in the freezer as well, and you're gonna let all the crusts chill for just about 15 to 30 minutes. So while they're chilling, preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. By the time that it's finished preheating, your crusts would be ready to bake. Okay, now take your crusts out of the freezer, and then it's finally time to pour in our filling. So fill each of the tins about 3/4 of the way up. They'll kind of poof in the oven for a bit, and then they're gonna rest at about the same level that you're filling them up to. So after you're done, place your crust designs right on top if you choose to put designs on top. Otherwise, just skip this step. For a little bit of color, whisk an egg and then gently brush the crust. Oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? It's okay, it'll be worth it, it'll look good. All right, now stick these tarts in the oven. We're gonna bake these for 10 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. And after that, we're gonna drop the temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius for another 30 to 35 minutes, or until the tops and the sides of the crust are golden brown. Make sure you set a timer. You do not want the crust to burn. Here they are. They look so pretty. I'd say those cutouts were worth it. Okay, so I know you're excited to eat it. I am too, but we're gonna let these cool in the tins for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're gonna take it out and let it cool the rest of the way on a wire rack. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Let's taste it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, you want to impress your friends or your family or even yourself? Make this at home. So the filling, it's not too sweet, and then the crust is nice and crumbly. Good job, Janelle. I'm like low-key like a little bit impressed. This is really good. Okay, that's all I got for you. I hope you do make this at home because I think you really impressed yourself, and also it's really, really delicious. Let me know if you do make it, okay? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way through. You are the real MVP. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye!